want to get started. By the way, happy National New Jersey Day. New Jersey Day, we're Jersey strong, and you're the people that make it that way. So thank you so much for joining and learning more about the More Than Pink Walk. It's scheduled for Sunday, October 2nd, kicking off Breast Cancer Awareness Month at Six Flags Great Adventure. So I'm going to start off by sharing mission updates. The annual report came out a little bit ago, so I've got lots of great new information to share, and if you haven't seen it, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to send it to you. You get some sneak peeks and snippets of really great work that we're doing, but there's lots more info in the annual report, so we'll touch on a little bit of that. And then we'll talk about the New Jersey More Than Pink Walk, what's new, how to get your team started, how you can explore the new upgraded fundraising center, and just talk about and brainstorm some fundraising ideas and volunteer opportunities for you, your family, your friends, your coworkers, maybe your kids that need volunteer hours, whatever it is you're looking for, we have it. So feel free to reach out to me anytime with any questions or any ideas. Always happy to brainstorm. And then if we have time at the end, we'll certainly answer some questions, but I'm always available for you. Don't forget that. So I just want to start by saying that we've made great progress together because of you taking that leadership opportunity to start your team, to fundraise. And so over the years, through early detection and effective treatments, we've helped reduce the breast cancer mortality rate in the US by 42% since 1981. And that has gone up 1%, which is really great news. We've invested over $1 billion in research, and in the last year alone have invested more than $7.7 million in community health programs. So thank you again. This work wouldn't be possible without you. However, despite all of our momentum and our great work that we're doing, breast cancer is still the most common cancer in women worldwide and the second leading cause of cancer deaths among women in the US. Unacceptably so, Black women are about 40% more likely to die of breast cancer than white women. Every 2 minutes somewhere in the US, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer, and more than an estimated 168,000 people in the US are living with metastatic breast cancer. But we lose 44,000 people every year from breast cancer, which is the equivalent of a Major League Baseball stadium disappearing every year. And so if you've signed up for the walk before, we need you to sign up again. We need you to encourage others to sign up and get involved with us, because without the power of you, we really can't make a difference and save more lives. So thank you for attending today and taking that first step. Our strategic imperatives are around conquering aggressive and deadly breast cancers and ensuring all people get the care they need for us to achieve health equity. And we are unique as a nonprofit breast cancer organization in that we are the only ones that have a 360-degree approach to tackling this disease, in the way that we drive research, we provide care, we take action, and we unify our communities. Susan G. Komen, if you didn't know, is the #1 funder of breast cancer research after the federal government. And we know that a breast cancer diagnosis is a life-changing moment. It shakes everyone to their very core, and we want to be that source of hope, that source of light, that there are new treatments on the way. So, you'll see that in terms of our research investment, we have invested 47% towards treatment, and in that sphere, 57% towards metastatic or recurrent breast cancer. So we are trying to fund the next new treatments and cures and save as many lives as possible. And not only through research, but also through initiatives like Stand for Heard that you probably heard a lot about in this past year, especially if you were involved last year. But it's our new initiative HER being a health equity revolution, targeted to reduce those death rates in the Black community around breast cancer. Specifically, we did a 2-year research study that identified the 10 US metro areas where late stage diagnosis and mortality disparities are greatest. Local to us is that Philadelphia area and the surrounding New Jersey areas that unfortunately fell in the top 10. So we have a lot of work to do, and we're happy to be moving past that initial research phase and really getting into the community to educate, to provide more timely, high quality care and support patients that need it, to improve diversity and cultural sensitivity of healthcare workers through workforce development, and encourage representative research and also clinical trials that benefits everyone and not just specific groups, and advocate for policies that promote health equity. If you are part of a health system or know people that work in healthcare, we do have a Navigation Nation Inaugural Summit that's coming up on September 22nd. It's a virtual educational summit that will focus on the intersection of health equity and patient navigation. So this is really intended for patient navigators. And Komen, if you weren't aware, developed a one-of-its-kind module on racism and bias, overcoming that in the healthcare system. And so we have a whole patient navigator training that we do. And I imagine that there'll be lots of really engaging discussion and networking as part of this workforce development and navigation summit towards health equity. A few more interesting information coming out of our annual report is around our patient care center. So, whenever you fundraise for the walk, your funds can be going to all of those buckets that I mentioned before: research, care, community, and action. In that care realm, we have our Komen Patient Care Center. People contact us all the time to get their questions answered. They call the helpline seeking support. You can also email the helpline. You could visit the About Breast Cancer section of Komen.org, and in fact, 2.4 million people did last year. It's a wealth of information. So if anyone you know has been diagnosed with breast cancer, please share our tools and resources with them. There's even really useful information around questions you should ask your doctor, questions you should ask your doctor about a biopsy, about your diagnosis, about your treatment. There's all different types of tools and resources available for you to make it a little less daunting and a little less scary for what you're going through. So please share this information. And we've also provided financial assistance to help cover expenses of daily life. And again, we know gas is expensive. It's hard to get to treatment. It's hard. Life is just expensive in general. So anyone that can use the extra funds that qualify for our financial assistance program, they could learn about it through the helpline or directly through the patient or the financial assistance program. So really important information to know. And then, of course, we talked about patient navigation that we've started, and screening and diagnostics is another thing that we are focused on. And if you got our newsletters, you'll see that we're partnering with health systems in the New Jersey area and Philadelphia, Greater Philadelphia area as part of Stand for Her, to offer free or low-cost screenings. So doing lots of good work, lots of good updates since probably last time we got together. Achievements from, again, just this last year, we've seen a 54% increase in our patient care center since the year before. So we're reaching a lot more people. We've invested $21.7 million in last year in 48 research grants. And, we started the patient navigation program. And one other really important stat I wanted to share is that Komen has supported more than 520 clinical trials that are unlocking new knowledge about breast cancer and helping to advance patient care since our founding. So how does this translate into New Jersey? Recently, we were able to break out some of those numbers, and so you could be confident that you are reaching people that you know, people in your community, people that you love, through these programs and services. Just in New Jersey alone, we provided the financial assistance, which is $500 or $750 checks to people, equating over about $130,000 just last year. Since 1982, Komen has funded 26 grants in New Jersey, totaling over $6 million. Right now, we have one active grant in New Jersey, totaling $600,000, and that's at Princeton. So, I'm happy to share this information. Molly's recording this, so we'll be able to pass this recording over to you to replay, to share with people that would like to get involved in Komen or hear all the great things that we're doing. So, like I said, this is all because of you, because you took the step to get involved in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it is through the New Jersey More Than Pink Walk, and it's because of you, because of the power of one, because we're stronger together, that we're able to move our mission forward. And so I'd like to segue into talking about the walk with this really nice video to set the stage.
Okay, you recording?
Yes.
I walk for my wife.
For all of my patients.
I walk for my mom.
I walk for myself.
I walk so no other families have to go through what my family went through.
What if we all did a little bit more?
If we could raise one more dollar.
Take one more step.
Share one more story.
Imagine the impact we could make
towards ending breast cancer.
That's the power of one.
The power of one starts with you.
Power of one more action.
The power every one of us has.
When we come together
as one community.
That's the difference.
And getting closer to a world without
breast cancer.
The day before my double mastectomy, we participated in our first Komen walk. This will be my 9th walk.
I have been walking for 21 years.
I've walked 21 years.
So no matter how you make your impact,
let's make this year count.
It's about every one of us.
Understanding the impact that we can have.
When we go $1,
one story,
and step further.
Join us and witness the power of one.
So I hope that you'll join us again, back to in-person format. Last year was our sort of baby stepping back into an in-person More Than Pink walk, and we hope that it'll look more like pre-COVID times this year. More people, more sponsors, more swag, more everything good, more good feelings of togetherness. So that's number one. Number two, it's free again to register and inclusive for everybody. We've upgraded the fundraising center. We are excited to announce some new prizes. And if you fundraise $100, you will earn your walk day shirt in the mail this year. So I want to start talking about our cool Komen swag. So first and foremost, there's the early achievement gift. And that is if you raise $100 by August 29th, you will receive this really cute ribbon bracelet. So that's that first thing over on the top left. And then the rest of the swag is according to how much you raise. So if you raise $250 or more, you can get those really amazing looking Komen socks. I know Molly earned those socks and she really covets them. They are fun and amazing and great to wear. If you raise $5,000, you get to pick one of the prizes in the entire category. So you can pick from the endurance jacket and down. So how do you get your event day shirt? Well, hopefully you're striving to earn that beautiful bracelet. And so if you raise that $100, you will get your shirt and the bracelet by August 29th. Around the same time, we're still working with the distribution company, but we're thinking just around the start of September, if you raise that $100, you'll get your shirt in the mail. Of course, if you didn't raise it in time, you can still pick up your shirt at the t-shirt tent on event day, and survivors and those living with metastatic breast cancer will receive their shirt regardless of fundraising amount. And if you can see me, this is a sneak peek of what it is, the One Mission to End Breast Cancer. It's a really large graphic. I really like the colors and the way it's laid out, so it's a really good shirt to collect. So we need you to take the first step. Please register komen.org/New Jersey Walk. It's free. You could scan this QR code to register as well. And I'll just pause for a second so you have the time to go to the link or scan the code. It's really important for us, you know, if you want to restart your past team, start a new one, even just sign up as an individual. To be quite honest, our recruitment numbers and fundraising is down at the moment versus last year. And we do know that it's sort of a hard world to live in right now with everything being so expensive, but we need you, and breast cancer patients need you. And I hope that you will really step up and do anything that you can to not only register, but recruit people to join your team and ask for donations. If you're on the fence still about starting a team, you know, why would you start one? You'll start one because engaging your company is important, engaging your community is important, and standing together for a world without breast cancer is really important. It's important for us to come together. It's important for us to educate and empower and engage your friends, your family, your coworkers, make sure that they have breast health information, especially breast cancer resources and tools if it's them that they need them or a loved one needs them. We offer volunteer opportunities. Like I said earlier, you can volunteer on setup day, you can volunteer on event day, you can volunteer throughout the year. Of course, having information to present in your employee resource groups is great. Maybe it's a women's group or a wellness group, whatever that ERG is. Maybe having myself or another Komen staff member come in and do something similar like I'm doing now, talk about breast cancer and the walk and how they can get involved. I'm happy to do that. And then engaging your company is also very important through matching gifts to double or triple your impact, or through, you know, fun activities that promote your fundraising efforts, like a steps challenge or something like that, which also promotes health and wellness. So without further ado, I want to talk about, you know, what you see after you take that step to register. So once you registered, you'll have your own personal fundraising center, and there's some really great upgrades that have happened since last year. So if you were involved in the walk last year, it may look a little bit different, but all good changes in my opinion. So this at the top is my personal fundraising center. What I like is, you know, under that dashboard tab, there's 5 tabs. You can click, if you're a team captain, my info, which is the screen you're looking now, your personal info. You could click over to see your team info. And if you are a company team, you could click over to see your company. So it makes displaying all the pages and your information really easy. One of my favorite changes about the fundraising center is in the top right. You could copy your personal page URL. So I found myself last year looking all over for my personal fundraising link that I probably should have written down somewhere, but I always went to my fundraising center to find it, and I had to search for it. So there it is, right there for you at the top right. Also, editing your personal page, and it's there as well. So it's in multiple places, so you can find it in different ways. As you scroll down on that same page, there's an easy checklist that will help you get your fundraising going and successfully fundraise to reach your goal. So you register, you set your goal, you start personalizing your page, and then you can start going through these really great tips for success on your checklist. On the right-hand side, you'll find your fundraiser, your Facebook fundraiser option. So we encourage everyone, if you're active on Facebook, to connect through your Komen Personal Fundraising Center to Facebook, because we see that people that connect to Facebook fundraise maybe about 4 times more than those that don't, just because you get to see so many, you can reach so many more people through that way. You could tag people, and it really creates this sort of snowball effect where more people see it. The more you get tagged, the more likes you get, the more comments you get, the more donations you get. So it's really a great way to increase your fundraising dollars. So that was the dashboard page. And if you go all the way to the far right tab, you'll find fundraising tools. So fundraising tools are downloadable toolkits that can help you along. And, you know, some of the things that I'll talk about today are in the toolkit. My favorite is the fundraising toolkit that walks you through everything from registering to what you do after registration. Really simple and easy to use. So I encourage you today to download it and even just skim it to see what content is in there so you can refer back to it. And then on the right hand side, you'll see this lots of places too, but downloading the mobile app. So you can get it on Google Play Store, the App Store. And my favorite features of the app that are different than the desktop is that you can deposit checks. So if somebody gives you a check, instead of like donating online or something like that, you can do the mobile deposit there, and it makes life so much easier than mailing it and tracking it and doing things like that. So that's one feature. And you can also text right through the app. So there's lots of different features like text for donations, text to ask people to join your team. So those things you want to just text right out to like your close friends and family. And if you get desperate and you're just shy of reaching your fundraising goal, maybe everyone in your phone like I did last year. So that's about the app. And then also in the team captain toolkit and the fundraising toolkit, there's things like team goal setting. So you can take this worksheet, and it works really great if you do have a team to get people together. Maybe it's like wine and beer or whatever. You have to make a fun day out of it or fun meeting out of it, and you figure out what you want your goal to be, your fundraising numbers, and fundraising ideas, and get people together to brainstorm to figure out what you can do together. So lots of great tools, tips, and tricks in that toolkit. So that's more on the what you'll get for tools and resources, and what other people will see once you register and set up your page and personalize and everything is something like this. So these are right now a couple of our top fundraisers on the leaderboard. Suzanne Fonseca from Suzanne's Best Friends, who has been fundraising for New Jersey for many years. This is her team page. So you'll see up on the top left that you can select a team member to donate to. There's a button under that you can join the team. It shows the team members at the bottom, so you have your own personal leaderboard, and a great little thermometer that shows how close you are to reaching your team goal. And then you could click through each team member like you see down at the bottom to get to their personal fundraising page or your own personal fundraising page, like Joan here. So Joan has her own page. She did a wonderful job of sharing her story. She's participating again, and this is an extremely personal event for her. It's a special month for her, and when she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and a special birthday each year. And so she is proudly celebrating 37 years as a breast cancer survivor. And we love Joan, and she's already raised over $2,650 and sitting at that #1 spot on the leaderboard right now. So we really encourage you to make it a personal page so that people are more likely to donate to you and feel like they're supporting you because it means a lot. In fact, the #1 reason people donate is because you ask them. Maybe breast cancer is personal to them. Maybe they're familiar with Komen, but it's really because they're supporting you. So it really takes your story and your outreach to people to get those donations. As you saw, Joan announced her 37 years. Lots of times it's a great idea to use some sort of celebratory date or milestone as like a goal example. So we put something here. Our team member Denise is celebrating 5 years of survivorship. So this year our team goal is to raise $5,000 in honor of her 5 years. Things like that often go over really well with your audience and your network. So we definitely encourage that. Just to talk a little bit more about ways to jumpstart your team and your team fundraising, you can start by asking every team member to join you in making a self-donation. If you make a self-donation, you earn a really fun badge through the fundraising center, through the app. You could challenge them to give up one small expense for a week, which I know, if you give up, maybe you don't want to give up coffee, maybe it's something else, but if you give up something for a week and you can put that money towards your fundraising, that would be a really great way to start it off. How can you earn that raise that $100? Why don't you ask 10 friends to each donate $10? That's not so bad of a donation, or whatever anyone can afford. We appreciate all the funds. So challenge each of your team members to raise $500 in 10 days. That's a really good one too, especially as you get closer to the event date. The closer you get, the more money gets raised. So if you want to put out some sort of breast cancer blitz, we encourage you to do so. There's some other great ideas here. Clean out your closet and sell items, talk to local businesses. So lots of times community teams and corporate teams make their own t-shirts outside of the really cool Komen shirt. So maybe ask businesses in your area if they'd sponsor by giving a donation, and you'll put their logo or something on your own shirt. That could be a really great idea. And really pick days during the week to push that information out on social media, your personal fundraising link and things like that. And don't forget that if you are a company that matches gifts, or you have team members and they work for a different company, check to see if they do match gifts, because that could easily double or triple your donations. We actually have a matching gift search engine as well. So if you're not sure, you can go on, type in your company, your friend's company, whoever it is, and it will pull up. This is a third-party search engine called Double the Donation. So, most of it is accurate, gets updated all the time, but you can check out what that matching gift program looks like and make sure to utilize that. More fun and fundraising motivator ideas. Company focused, a full or half day PTO for achieving fundraising at maybe it's $1,000. Company, or maybe it's the team goal if you hit the team goal. Maybe a company match for employee donations of at least whatever amount of money. A company branded t-shirt for all employees that participate. You can do gift cards, prizes, company recognition. I heard a really great one the other day. I want to say it was BD, that they raffle off a parking spot. So they do a whole fundraiser and they do a raffle, and then someone gets a really great parking spot. I really like that idea. I hadn't heard that one before. You could give trophies or awards. You can do an executive dare. So if the team raises $5,000, the CEO will dye his or her hair pink. And then one that actually Team Komen did last year was a virtual or in-person lunch with the CEO. And I'm proud to say that I was the #9 fundraiser for Team Komen in the country last year. So I actually got to have a virtual lunch with Paula, and she treated us all, and we got to just talk and chat, and it was really cool. So definitely think about fun ways to not only have your fundraisers, but motivate people to fundraise. Another one that we did was offer summer Fridays. So we had to raise, I can't remember how much it was now, $300,000 as a Team Komen throughout the country, not just locally. And we got summer Fridays, which we did. So it works is what I'm saying. And I'm here to help you. So don't forget that I'm here. I saw Jeanette popped on. Jeanette is our new development specialist. We're working on New Jersey More Than Pink Walk together. And we can make these things like flyers. Losing my voice all of a sudden. Flyers like this one on the left with a QR code, your team link. We can craft emails for you, so you could just copy and paste them, send them out with your link. We could even create fun thermometers so you can start filling them in and tracking your progress. So whatever you can think of, we will make it for you. We will help you in any way we can to help make this a simple and easy and fun and fulfilling experience. keep up to date with news and events and mission updates, tools, resources, things like that in our Facebook group. Our Komen, New Jersey Facebook group, it's a private group. We have about 430 members right now. We post all the time. So for instance, Jeanette recently posted that the national team is looking for stories. So if you wanted to record a video and share your story, there's a link there. So if you joined, you can share your story and the national team may post it on one of our channels. You'll also see that on the right, we have events coming up, like our info session today. So we're always posting those in the Facebook group as well. Okay, so we're starting to wrap up. Thank God, because I don't think I have any more voice left. Easy steps for success. Please sign up. Step one, identify your company champions or your community, your friend, your family, your co-captain. It's always more fun and easier to have a co-captain by your side. They could be an official co-captain registered with us. They could just be behind the scenes that you guys talk about on your own. Whatever it is, find someone that's gonna help champion breast cancer, fundraising for breast cancer, and raising awareness about what we're doing. So who will those team captains be? Who's going to help co-lead this team? Who's going to help be the motivators? Who's going to help stay organized? There's lots of different people that can get involved. So I encourage you to have a full group that will help you get going, in addition to us as Komen staff helping you along. Step two, register for free, komen.org/New Jersey Walk. Step three, recruit. Like I said, happy to create flyers, emails. There's also things within your fundraising center that are already drafted out for you. You can easily take a template from that and send that out as well. Schedule your meetings to talk about the team, announce in your employee resource groups, get those together, and then schedule a team kickoff. I'm happy to, like I said, do a similar formatted webinar or lunch and learn for you privately, you and your team privately. So reach out to us about that. Step five, set goals in a timeline. Make sure you share your personal stories and put the fun in fundraising. So come together at the More Than Pink Walk to celebrate all of your success and our collective impact all together. I have to thank the dedicated sponsors of the 2022 Komen, New Jersey More Than Pink Walk. This is an incredible group of sponsors this year. We love them. This program and event would not be possible without them. So thank you so much. And I just want to let you know to save the date for some other things outside the walk that we have coming up. We have free virtual breast cancer education events in September. These are our first ones on deck. Ending breast cancer disparities to achieve health equity for all by Independence Blue Cross, and an evening with our Komen Scholar by MSK that's presented alongside us as Komen. So we thank them for their presenting sponsorship. And then we'll be announcing more information for 2 additional breast cancer education events with Hackensack Meridian Health and RWJ Barnabas Health. Those will be coming up in the fall too. So again, watch your emails, newsletters, join the Facebook group. That's where we put out all this information. And then of course, if you forget to do any of those things, you can simply shoot me an email or give me a call, whatever you'd like. We sometimes feature them on the websites too. So those are the breast cancer education events. And then if you're close to the Philadelphia area, we will have our Philadelphia Impact Luncheon on October 28th at the Germantown Cricket Club. We just had our New Jersey luncheon on June 10th at Forest Gate Country Club, and we had 200 people. It was our first indoor event, and it was really successful, and everyone had a great time. Such a pleasant and nice afternoon. So I know Beth is on here. Beth was an amazing speaker at the luncheon. She'll be with us again at the walk. So please come to whatever fits your schedule, whatever you're interested in doing. Sponsorships are usually available for everything. And so that is it. Again, if you want to volunteer, reach out to me, sign up on the link, sign up on the website. There's lots of different ways to get involved, become an advocate, whatever it is you want to do, we've got it for you. So reach out to me if you're not sure what you want to do or how you want to do it, or we'll get creative and help you out with that. So like I said, I'm here for you. Jeanette's here for you. She's new and learning and excited to meet everyone. So again, we thank you. And I know we're over time, but if there's any questions, I'm here to answer them. Alrighty. Oh, hi, Jane. I didn't see that you joined. All right, and that is it. Thanks, Molly, for recording. And I will end the session.